Welcome to my channel, guys. In today's video we're going to be replacing the harmonic balancer on the ML55. As you can see here, mine is pretty much shot. The rubber spacing that goes between the outer and the inner pulley is completely shot. I might actually crank it to just show you how it actually looks. Look. So you can see it's not running true. It's got the bubble. The rubber is moving away, and sooner or later it's going to fail. Okay, so now in order to get this off, the first thing you have to do is make some space around here so you can access this. Actually, this is a rip-off. Mine isn't even an Allen bolt, so I could actually return these. Fair enough. Alright. Now we need a 28mm socket. Okay guys, so it's a bit of a different situation with my factory bolt here. Maybe it changed on the 2003 to 2005 models. This is not an Allen bolt. I spent 2 hours trying to chase a 17mm half-inch drive today, and now I realized I don't even need it. But 28mm socket will work on it. But before you get to it, the first thing you gotta do is the radiator shroud. Like, you gotta loosen it because it kind of sits in there. So what I ended up doing was, instead of removing the fan clutch and the whole 9 yards, I actually just loosened the shroud from the bottom. There's two of these I think it's a 8mm bolt that just sits at the back. If you, I'll actually show you. So they sit right here at the bottom of the radiator on inside the engine bay. So I undid these, and then there's these two tabs that sit into these clips. They just slide in and lock in. So what I did was undid the fan shroud and then pushed it back a bit so I can actually put my hands through the small gap. And then I took off these where are they? Here, there you go. 3 Allen bolts here. I think they're 5mm Allens or hex head. So once I took that off, it was only a matter of sliding the fan forward, and then it goes at an angle. While you pull the shroud forward, the fan goes outwards, and then you have a lot of room to pull this shroud off. And when you pull it off, you gotta go at an angle because a hose at the bottom comes in your way. So you pull it and then you twist it like that, and then you gotta wiggle it. You have to be careful because you can very easily damage your radiator fins. So please be careful when you do that. Like, it's a tight fit, so you might end up getting some scratches. So this is where we are. That's how you get the access. And now what I'm gonna do is trying to use pneumatic gun, and then without any extension, as you can see, I have more than enough room to actually go to town with it, break it loose, and then I can open it up just to take the torque off. That's the main part, to make all the room so you can work around here. So I'm just gonna go grab another Gates or Continental replacement and switch the belt as well while I'm at it. And the replacement part that I got is from Rock Auto. It was about 100 bucks all up, Canadian. The build quality on this thing is pretty damn good. Look at it, and it's heavy as heck. Okay guys, so to take it off, I've got a breaker bar. I don't know how many inches this is, about half a meter, and then another half a meter long pipe. So pipe goes over this, and 1/16 impact socket. So what I've done is I've actually wedged the pulley with a bolt. Hang on, this is the tricky part about this camera situation. Gotta undo it all. Okay, so that's what I've done. Hang on, the camera needs to focus. So I've just slid a bolt through the hole, and that's holding the pulley pretty good. And now it's time to see if it does the trick. So now I just have a 3-inch extension, so you clear the clutch fan or fan clutch. Okay, put it on, put the bar up, and then give her. That's it. It looks easy because I was yanking on it for a good 20 minutes before. And then you'll hear a click. And once it's done, then we can just take it off. Okay, the big old Bessie came out. Okay, so this is the bolt that came out, guys. I don't know if it's been changed before, or is that the one that came out on a 2003 to 2005? And now we can take the belt off and remove the pulley. And I phoned Mercedes parts store this morning, the dealership. I asked them about a replacement part. After talking about the VIN number, the fella said I can reuse this bolt. According to him, I don't need to actually change it. And he said inspect it. If it all looks good, put a bit of blue Loctite on it, and then you can put it back in. So I'm gonna take his word on it and then put it back on and see how we go. All right, now we're gonna take the belt off. That's the next step. Okay, now to take this off, you need a 17 mil socket. Down. And now loosen it. There we go. Take it off the alternator. And done. Comes right off. Okay, so now looking at the belt, you can tell that it's shot. Yeah. Oh yeah. And my belt's got a lot of cracks on it. So now it's just a matter of sliding the balancer out. Off it goes.
Very dry. Yeah. Very dry.
Yeah. Yeah, that bolt came out. That took care of it. Don't need anything special, guys. Just a bolt sitting in the groove at the bottom like this, holds it and does the trick. I'll show you there's no damage to the engine. And now you can see here how the rubber is shot. That's the dampener between the two pulleys, the outer pulley and the inner pulley, and it's all messed up. So that's why we're going to replace it with the new part and fix that crazy vibration. Okay, so I had the bolt sitting there. As you can see, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay guys, after inspecting the belt, which I realized I needed a new one, so went and got a new Gates belt for the, got the new Serpentine belt by Gates, and then I started checking pulleys and found my idler pulley is actually split open. So I went and got a new one of these two. It was just held on by the belt, I guess. It was a T50 Torx bolt, a long one, and it just sits there. I'm just gonna replace that, and we're gonna start putting on our new harmonic balancer real soon. And once that's done, then we'll line up the belt. So this is the new replacement pulley, the new idler pulley that's gonna go in. And here's that long bolt that holds this thing together. I'll just turn the camera over. Here we go. All right, to put it back in, you're gonna use the T50. Okay, there we go, that's good. And now we can put the cover back on it. Alright, now it's time to put the harmonic balancer back. Okay guys, there you go. That's the old harmonic balancer. The rubber dampener is destroyed on it, and now it's gone wonky and idles a bit harsh, and it vibrates a bit. And this is the new one that's gonna go on. Same specs, supposed to fit straight without any hassles. So we're gonna give this a shot, put it on and see how we go. Alright guys, now it's time to put the good old pulley in there. Let me try something different actually. I'm gonna try put the camera in the engine bay and see if it films it. We're gonna put the camera there, and that might actually be able to capture the Woodruff key where this pulley is supposed to, the Woodruff keyway where this pulley is supposed to sit, because I can't really see, it's too dark in here right now. Okay guys, so far I've just aligned my pulley on the Woodruff key, and now we're gonna put some blue Loctite on the bolt and then tighten it. Okay, put the blue Loctite on it guys, and then just line it up and tighten it. Like I said earlier, I'm just gonna go with the gun and then do that. Okay guys, so now we've got the torque wrench out, and we're going to try and torque it. We're going to torque it to 150 and then do the 90 degree after that. And hopefully that should do it. Okay guys, to get the torque on, we just use the handy little bolt again. So the bolt's going to go through the spaces on the pulley. It's got that, like, what's the thing, the pattern. It's just the wheel pattern. There's space, and you can just stick it against a block and then crank it, and that just gives you enough to do the 150. Yeah. Ready? Okay. There we go. That's 150. Yeah. And now we can do the 90 after that. Okay guys, now we got the 90, which is a bear to get to, and now to get that bolt out, all you gotta do is just take the pressure off the pulley, pull it backwards. Oh, yeah. The other way.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, it moves out and it comes out,
and that's it.
No harm, no foul. Everything's done. No need of special tools. Just a bolt will do the trick.
Strong bolt.
Okay, move the pulley up as much as you can. Okay, we're good.
Got it?
Yeah.
And just make sure you're in the grooves already.
Yeah. Now the belt is on. We're gonna inspect it. Just to make sure. Just to make sure.
All tracking right.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, guys. Now it's moment of truth. We're gonna fire it up and see how the harmonic balancer goes. Alright guys, that was a success, and now we're gonna put on shroud and the fan back. And that's the part that I forgot to film before, but you can see how I put it back on. Maybe they'll help you when you take it off, if that makes sense. Okay guys, so to put it on, just go down as much as you can before you have to angle it out. Wiggle it. It's a complete wiggle job. And then the clutch fan gets in your way too.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you gotta make sure that you're not scratching your radiator fins. And then you gotta pay attention at the bottom there, because the hoses are gonna come in your way. So you're gonna have to wiggle it a bit. Those hoses and the bottom connector off the radiator shroud is gonna cause problems. And now we gotta go at an angle. Just a minute. Could you just hold the camera here for me, Rob?
Oh, yeah. Talk.
Yeah, I'll just show people what I'm talking about. Okay, that's clear. All right. Now
I'm stuck on a hose here.
we're gonna go on that section there.
Yeah.
Just
Ahead
move
of
it
the
up,
hose.
move it a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry. Move it a little bit, and then it's the top hose that's gonna come in your way. There's a few things, and once you're clear of that, okay, guys. So I've put this one in, and to put the fan on, we need these 3 5mm bolts. And the actual fan should just slide in from behind like this, goes in and just sits there. And now you just gotta find the holes to match it, that's all. And you can just use this much space for a bit of wiggle room. Alright guys, so the gap is really small to go in there, but it does work. Once you have one lined up, then the other screw lines up too. The bolt, actually it's a bolt, it's not a screw. Hang on, I'll try and show you from this angle, guys. This is what it looks like, how much space you got to work with. You can put your hand in there and then put the bolt on and then rotate it, but the fan spins too. Best bet is to have a clutch fan tool. If you got it handy, just take it off and make your life way easier. Alrighty, now those ones are on there. So I'm just gonna use my wrench and tighten them up, and after that it's just a matter of putting the shroud lock tabs on there, and at the bottom we're just gonna put the bolts on, and that's it, and then it's good to go. All right, final bolt now. I'll show you how I'm doing it, guys, just so the camera can catch it. It's easier to tighten this because you're just holding the blades off the fan. Sorry, there's mine. You can hold the fan blades and then just tighten it. There we go. Fan's all tight now. Now, what we're gonna do is lock in the tab there. All right, that's done. Okay guys, so the bottom red bolts go on two sides each, so it just goes over there, and then you can just tighten it like that. Okay, one's done. Okay, same deal. Hold it tight and just put it on it. Once it's on, just grab the wrench and tighten her up. Harmonic balancer pulley replacements all done. New belt end, new idler pulley. You gotta be patient with this job, and whether you have special tools or not, the job can be done. Just take your time, and if you like the content, then please subscribe, and I will keep the content coming. Have a good day, guys. Thank you.